Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. It's extremely good to have your company at this, what is it, just gone 1 a.m. Yes, we are live, right the way through, alive, it's alive, until 3 a.m. in the morning. The morning? No, the morning, or the morrow. Tried to go for one, missed. Didn't quite stick the landing. Hope you're doing well anyway, and please do be part of the show. Give us a little email if you'd like, or a long email for that matter. The size is entirely left up to you. studio@shopontv.co.uk. At this wee hour of the morning, we always enjoy a good joke, or an anecdote, or a riddle even, or perhaps a small haiku. Entirely up to you, whatever you're in the mood for. If you've got birthdays and you would like happy birthdays to be sung to you, friends, relatives, loved ones, colleagues, etc., we will happily provide that service. If you just want to shout out, if you just want some bloke on telly to shout out your name and make you feel good, I'll do it. If it makes you feel good, I'm going to do it. It's as simple as that, all right? I should give out my Patreon for that, really, shouldn't I? Now, tonight is all about luxury bedding. Now, I'm going to say this. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it just because I'm telling you the truth. It's the best bedding you can buy. Now, I'm not allowed to say that because that contravenes Ofcom rules, because I'm making a claim that I can't necessarily empirically substantiate. So, let me say this, let me clarify, let me qualify, let me quantify. This is the best bedding that money can buy, in my experience and my opinion, because I own it, I own all of it, everything except the mattress. It's the only thing I haven't got yet. That's coming. That's once I throw my old bed frame out. But I have the duvets, I have the pillows, I have the pillowcases. My son has them. Everyone I know and love and care about, I recommend them to, because these duvets, which is essentially what we're starting with, have properties that are almost akin to magic. They are so phenomenal. They will give you, I think, and believe, and I'm confident and even certain, a substantially better night's sleep. They will introduce a level of luxury and a level of comfort to your sleep that you've never experienced before if you've never slept under silk. Now, silky smooth duvets require a silky smooth guest. And so and so we've got one for you. She's come back. We had to really convince her to work with me again, but fortunately, after a small amount of light torture, she did agree. Elise Fabrice, how are you?
I'm very well, Rob.
Good. Thank you for
lovely to
coming
be here. It doesn't take much persuading.
Does it not?
No, I really love being here with you.
Do you?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, and she's doing it for free as well. Did you know that, by the way?
Okay, I might have to just...
All right, well. No, brilliant to have you. Now look, we could wax lyrical all night, couldn't we, about... Well, we're going to, about silk. What are the sort of what are the kind of the bullet points, or the sort of, what's the hit list for you when it comes to the Mulberry Silk Duvet?
It is the sort of luxury and comfort and investing in a really good night's sleep that is second to none for a price tag that wouldn't sort of necessarily reflect that luxury and all of, as you say, the magical properties that Mulberry Silk gives you. Shall
we go through them? Because if you're watching, look, I promise, please, I beg of you, I beg of you, please. Will you just give us 5 minutes of your time? And if you're not intrigued after 5 minutes, then by all means, you're welcome to go off and watch something else. Please don't, though, because we're really quite amusing towards the end of the night. But if you have anything, if you have a man-made, or what is it now?
Artificial.
An artificial or person-made, or, you know, there's another word for it, I can't think off the top of my head.
Synthetic.
Synthetic, that's the one.
I'm here for you, Rob.
I knew that there was a reason you were here.
Yes, many reasons.
Many reasons, that's right, yes. But the overreaching reason is to give me words when I can't think of them. No, if you've got a synthetic duvet, then you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry, you just are. And why is that? What's the difference between synthetic and silk? And what kind of silk are we getting in this here duvet?
This is AAA grade Mulberry Silk. So this is the king of silk. This is the best silk that you can possibly get. So the silkworms are fed exclusively on mulberry leaf. This produces a pure white silk that is one of the strongest substances sort of in that nature can provide.
Second only to spider's web. Right, yeah.
So This is super strong, which means it's going to retain its shape.
Yep.
And the way that it is produced as well is that it's long fibre, so you don't have just little strands of it here and there. It is a continuous, up to 1.5 miles long.
Per cocoon, yeah.
Per cocoon.
Yeah, and in fact, actually, this is what they look like.
And you can see, this is what this duvet is filled with this silk.
Yeah.
And it is, you think of silk and you think of luxury, but you don't necessarily think, why is it luxurious? Because it has amazing properties. It temperature regulates, so it keeps you warm in the winter, cool in the summer, and even if you've got two people sleeping under the same duvet, it has a self-reflecting quality, which is just, as you say, this mystical, magical, only Mother Nature has the answers to how this works.
Yeah.
But it reads what your body wants. It reads what it needs.
And it provides.
And it provides.
Yeah.
It's moisture wicking, so silk will wick up to 30% of its weight in moisture.
Wow.
So if you sweat in the night, and I mean at the moment, the way that weather is working, it's really wacky. Like one day it'll be super hot, the other will be super cold. You have no idea what to expect. But this duvet will. You just need one duvet. It will answer all of your body's needs for sleep because it gets the sense of what's going on. I mean, I feel like we're sort of like giving a personality to this, but that's the sort of feeling. Well, it's mothering you, it's cocooning you.
Yeah, well, yes, because it is a cocoon.
It is a cocoon itself. And it drapes over you, it holds that position. You know, sort of duvets can get all lumpy and bumpy, but silk won't do that. And the way that this has been manufactured as well, the silk, these long fibre, continuous silk fibres are stretched across the duvet. They are stitched into these box cassettes, which means they hold their place. They won't sort of mat and bump and lump and bump. They just, it's phenomenal.
Yes. And that, of course, is quite a process, because first of all, I'd like to say that every standard size is available. So we have single, we have double, we have king size, and we have super king. They will fit standard size duvet covers. We'll get to duvet covers in the moment. You actually, if white is your theme, you don't actually need a duvet cover at all. You can use this as what they would call in America a comforter. And the thing about these is they do fit in a standard size front-loading 7.5 kilogram washing machine, even the Super King. In fact, the Super King will fold up to a size where you can fit it in 1/2 of a carry-on suitcase, which I know very well because that's what I do, because on the other half I put my pillow, and I can take literally a carry-on suitcase and all my bedding is with me, and I can continue to sleep well if I go, if I have to stay in a hotel, if I go abroad, you know, that sort of thing. So
well, once you've gone mulberry silk, you don't want to go back, do you?
No, you
don't want to compromise on your sleep. After you've had a good night's sleep, you can't go back.
Do you know, there are two things, there are two truisms in the world, Elise. One of them is that any new companion who goes into the TARDIS will always say, it's bigger on the inside. And the other one is that anyone who picks up a mulberry silk duvet for the first time will say it's very thin. It is really thin. Yes. It's amazingly thin and lightweight, and you just are so surprised that it can do as much as it can for something that feels so thin. Yes, I don't often know what it's like to feel so thin, but when it comes to the duvet, I do. But I've told you the story. I'm going to tell it again, if you don't mind. If you'll indulge me, please. I will indulge you, Rob. So during lockdown, when I was on ITV before, some of you may remember me, and working for a different company. And during lockdown, I don't know if you remember when it got as bad as all the hotels closed down. They were only there for key workers. And for a while, because we were broadcasting, we were live, we were considered not a key worker, but an essential worker. So we could get into hotels. But then it got to the point where even that was, no, medical key workers only. So in order for us to not shut down our operation, our boss, who is the boss we have today, the same CEO actually that runs this operation, he got these literally they're called bunker bins. They're a small porter cabin for an individual person. So they're literally about, I don't know, 6 foot wide, 7 foot tall, 8-9 feet deep. They have a single bed in there. They have a fridge. They have a little bit of sort of wardrobe closets and a little sort of like working area and a microwave and then a teeny weeny little bathroom at the back. I could never ever fit onto the toilet because it was literally wedged between two walls. But it was freezing cold, dead of winter. And poor Rob, even with all his natural flubber, although I'd lost 6 stone at that point, so I wasn't as flubbery. I was cold, and I'd done a mulberry silk show with Ray, who is he owns RK Sales, which is the exclusive distributor of mulberry silk in this country. And he says I paid for it. Maybe I did, but I always remember he gave me or lent me a single mulberry silk duvet and pillow. And I remember the first night we'd just done a show, and I was exposed to mulberry silk for the first, and I thought, that can't. I don't believe that. That's a load of old rubbish. So I prepared myself for bed, which was me and my boxers, and I covered myself up with my mulberry silk down. It was freezing. It was -7 outside. I will never forget it. And I wrapped myself up, and I was literally shivering. And then as my body temperature obviously started to fill the duvet, I started to get comfortable. And I'm wrapped up, and it's literally right up around my neck. And I thought, oh, I'm perfect. This is great. I'm at the perfect temperature now. And I waited. And it's going to get too hot. It's going to get too hot. It's going to get too hot. I know it. I know it's going to, and it never did. Never. You never overheat, in my experience, with a mulberry silk duvet. And that again goes back to those natural properties, doesn't it? About the fact that this is AAA grade, as Elise said, the finest quality silk that money can buy. Because there are 3 grades of mulberry silk, aren't there? But if they're fed on, what is it, brown or red leaves, then you get good quality silk. But if it's the exclusive orange, is it the orange leaf? Oh no, the white mulberry leaf.
The white mulberry leaf produces the white silk, and that is your AAA grade. Mulberry silk.
But they don't grow all year round, do they?
No, and that is actually one of the sort of imperatives that we need to impart to you, is that this silk isn't always available.
No.
So, and when the silk isn't available, the original Mulberry Silk Company who make these duvets and all the other products that we're going to be selling tonight, they stop production. If the silk isn't available, they stop production. So while it's available, we really would heartily encourage you to buy these now, because you never know when the AAA grade silk is actually going to not be available.
Good news is, of course, you don't actually have to buy it now. Now, you do have to put a deposit down on your future sleep and your future sleep quality. But the Mulberry Silk Company, this is not even a ShopOnTV thing. On every single product, you will have a tag, whether it's the duvet, whether it's the pillow or the pillowcase. And all the contact information for RK Sales is on here. And they guarantee every single product. Now, this duvet has a 10-year guarantee. A decade on a duvet. That's
unheard of.
Huh?
Unheard of.
I mean, bonkers, isn't it? But more than that, there is a satisfaction guarantee. When you get this at home and you start using it, if everything we've told you turns out to be a load of old bunkum, then you can literally call the number on, I think, on the tag, or contact them through the contact details on the tag, and they will give you your money back. No questions asked, absolutely. The only thing it will have cost you is the P&P of $4.95, because obviously we have to pay the postman. So you have everything to gain. And this is the time and I tell you what, if you're thinking, wow, this sounds too good to be true, I know, but some things that sound too good to be true are still true, just because they sound too good. And then if that's something you think you want your other people in your household to benefit from, maybe your kids, maybe you've got elderly relatives, maybe your sweet dear old mum who suffers from, she's too cold at night, she's too hot at night.
Anyone going through the menopause.
Anyone going through the menopause.
And also, we haven't even begun to talk about the sort of the allergy benefits.
Well, let's do that now.
So this has the Allergy UK certification, and this is a rigorous testing of these products. And am I right? It's the only duvet that has this
as far as we know.
UK
I've never heard of
certification.
Another one.
So anyone who has any sort of any allergies, dust mites, all of those things, and we can get into dust mites in a bit. I know it's one of your enjoyed topics of conversation.
Indeed.
But it really is marvellous, because lots of people sort of react to all sorts of things when they're sleeping. So if you want to guarantee a good night's sleep and you do have sensitivities and allergies, this is the way to go.
It's the duvet that dust mites don't like.
Correct.
Because they don't like to live in silk. It's too dry, it's too arid an environment for them. A dust mite is actually, oh, look at that. What a lovely little mix that was. I'll line it up for you better next time, Paul. It's an arachnid. Did you know that? It's a spider. They're part of the spider family. Yeah. and they're completely harmless to humans, actually. And there are millions of them. If you've got an artificial or a synthetic duvet or pillow, you've got millions of them living in there right now. And the damper it is, so the more you sweat, and the hotter it is, the more that they reproduce. And they reproduce literally at a rate of knots. But there's no problem. We live a synergistic life with them, alongside them, on top of them, actually, and they on top of us even. It's their poo that's the problem. Because when not only their poo, but when they die and they decompose, they literally turn to dust, you know. Yep. So those are the allergens, they are the irritants. And so what this Allergy UK certificate guarantees is that they have the seal of approval for effectiveness against dust mites. Yes. Dust mites just won't live in silk.
No.
You might get the odd straggler, but it's like the Sahara Desert. You get the odd one or two people that venture out in, you know.
I mean, I don't think anything can eliminate all of the irritants, as you say, the allergens
the majority.
That are around. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's the best you can do. It's far better than synthetic or artificial sort of fibres and materials that you've got for your bedding currently.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, but actually, before we talk about anything, I just heard 20% of the king size is now gone. Here's a little recap. Should we alternate?
Let's do this.
The single is normally £169. We've got it for £139.
The double is usually £239, but we are selling it tonight for £179.
£199, our price for the king, normally £259.
And the Super King usually goes for £279, but our price is £219 plus your delivery of £495.
Yeah, 60 quid off there. And actually, this is the time maybe to upscale, because what you can do, if you've got a single bed, buy double, and then you get a bit of that hotel drape.
The hotel drape, a bit of bonus drapage.
Yes, a little bonus drapage.
Just to really ensure that you're completely settled.
Oh, yes, yes.
So Liam, we've got testimonial from Liam, who he's used the duvet.
Yeah.
He's got one, and it's changed his life. He used to toss and turn in his sleep.
Yeah.
He got hot every single night. Someone recommended it, and he said it's just amazing. He's gifted one to his grandmother. That's a very kind thing for you to do, Liam.
Yeah.
Well done, you. You get bonus grandson points for that.
Absolutely, you do. And I tell you what, anyone else who's got a testimonial, do send them in.
Please,
we've got some that we'll show you later.
Because you want to hear from people who have actually used it and experienced it and know the joys of mulberry silk.
Ray, as you probably know, dear old Ray, he sells these up and down the country, his company does, trade shows or public, fishing shows and camping shows. And I mean, they're at every show you can imagine. But particularly in the summer, I think it's the camping show that they do, or the caravan show. It might be the caravan show. And they get customers who come in, and the first thing they do again, well, that's really thin. Is that going to keep me warm? Yes, it will. It'll keep you warmer than I've got a 13.5 tog. I had my old duvet that I threw away, 13.5 togs. The thing is, it'll get you as warm as you need to be. You never get. It's not. You can't measure the warmth of silk. It doesn't have a rating like a tog rating.
No, it doesn't.
Because it doesn't get you up to a certain heat. It's not like it gets you up to 50 degrees. This gets you up to the right temperature for you, because any excess heat is dissipated. So whether you're cold, like if you're someone who runs hot and you sleep with someone who runs cold, you both get to the right temperature and no more or no less. But so anyway, people come into the caravan, to his trade show, wherever he is, and they buy a duvet. And you know the single biggest thing that happens when he when somebody buys a duvet from him.
Tell me.
And if they're skeptical, the caravan show's usually there the whole weekend. So he says, take it away, sleep under it tonight. If you don't like it, come back tomorrow. I'll give you every penny of your money back. And so they come back the next day, and they ask to buy another duvet.
Yes.
That's what happens. Once you've slept under this, you'll want to buy another one. That's why I recommend, you've got an unconditional money-back guarantee. There's not even a time on it per se, like 30 days or whatever. You get this at home. If you don't like it, if it does not benefit you in all the ways we're saying, you call them, you get in touch with RK Sales, they'll give you your money back, whether you bought 1 or 15.
And also, when you do return the duvet, it doesn't just go on and be resold to somebody else. They have to be destroyed for hygienic reasons. So why would a company, all the work that's gone into this duvet, they're handmade, why would they say, we guarantee it if they know they're not going to get any returns. They get minimal returns on their products because they're so fantastic.
Well, they've been in business 60 years. And by the way, not only does this have a 10-year guarantee, as you know, and an unconditional money-back guarantee to try it, but also it's 10 years. It's not like it stops working after 10 years. There are people out there who have mulberry silk duvets that are 20, 25, 30, even 35 years old, I think was the oldest one I heard of, because you can wash them. So, by the way, they're covered in Egyptian cotton.
230 thread count.
Yes, and it's long fibre. Did you know that?
Yes.
Long fibre cotton, which is very different, isn't it? You know.
It's so soft.
Yeah.
It's so
Stroke that
luxurious.
Bad boy.
It's so lovely. I mean, you talk about luxury. So I think 180 thread count is considered luxurious.
Yes, yes.
We're going above and beyond that. It's 230 thread count of this magnificent Egyptian cotton over the top of your amazing mulberry silk.
Beautifully engineered.
I do love all of these box cassettes as well because they just keep everything in place. All of that magnificent silk that is stretched across the duvet back and forth is stitched into here to keep it in place, to keep you cozy, to keep you cocooned, to keep you very happy in your sleep.
Let's talk about the cocoons again. And so mulberry silk, the worms are fed exclusively on white mulberry leaves, which are seasonal. The worms themselves have their own mating cycle, so they too are, I suppose, seasonal in a sense, or cyclical anyway. There's only really one region where those components, the tree and the worms, grow, and that is in China. And it goes from very hot to very cold. It can be at torrential, sort of downpours of rain to extremely dry, arid heat. So these cocoons have to protect these worms while they are metamorphosing into moths, and that's what they're designed to do. So what they do is they take the worms, they keep them in the dark for I forget exactly how many days it is, but for it's about 30 to 35 days.
Just over a month,
like
I think.
Just over a month. And once at whatever the prime time to do this is, they immerse the cocoons in water. The cocoons float off completely unbroken. 100%, as you said, long fibre. Each cocoon, which has been spun by the worm essentially, runs about a mile. Can actually go up to 2 miles in some cases, but about a mile. So they group them all together, they stitch them, as you said, across the top of the duvet, and then they wind them back and forth until 1 mile is used up, and then they do the next and the next and the next, and they evenly distribute them across the duvet. And once they're anchored in place, they pull all of the fibres towards them, and then they stitch in the cassettes. So you have literally long, complete strands of silk all the way through the duvet. Do you know how much you get on the average in one duvet?
15 miles?
15 miles of silk.
Can you think about, you can't even imagine that.
I know.
Who goes for a 15-mile walk and then...
I know.
That's how much silk you've got in your duvet.
That's how much silk is in here, and you can see it here. By the way, that vanity pocket, every duvet has one of those vanity pockets. It's purely there, so you can literally admire the silk, and so you can stroke the silk. And by the way, say that again, please, Leslie. Stella has sent some questions. Stella Andrews has sent some questions. Can we give her a wave? Of course we can. Wait. Hi, give her a wave. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Stella. You have a beautiful name.
Yes.
Stella's a fantastic name. You rock that name, Stella.
Yeah, and a name from one of my favourite films as well, Streetcar Named Desire. Stella! Now, Stella apparently has a situation where she can't regulate her body temperature. Will it work for you? Now, look, we are not medical professionals. We are not qualified to make any assessment or determination because the fact is that I don't know the answer to that. What I do know is that these two are temperature regulating.
Silk has that that reflective property that will read what your body needs. And also, you can try it. That's what we're suggesting as well.
Exactly.
You can only know what's going to work for you.
Yes.
And so given you do have the no questions asked guarantee, I'd recommend trying it for yourself.
Yes.
Because also, if you haven't slept under silk, then you don't actually know what it's going to do for you.
No.
But all of the properties of silk are they're worth trying.
What I was my take on it is that if anything is going to work for you, Stella, it will be this. Because look, we're going to get into pretenders to the throne when it comes to mulberry silk in a minute, because there are a lot of fakes and charlatans and all kinds of things out there that we want you to avoid. This is guaranteed 100% AAA grade mulberry silk. If you had a suitcase of money and went anywhere in the world that you could find it and offered as much money as was available for the best silk the money could buy, that is literally guaranteed what is in this duvet. It's always 100% long fibre, the complete fibre of every cocoon. Never ever is it strands, offcuts or offshoots or leftovers. Because, and actually, as Elise said, if they run out of silk at the Mulberry Silk Company, and it's the official Mulberry Silk Company based out of Canada, by the way. If they run out of silk, they stop production until the silk is available again. They will never make an inferior quality duvet or pillow ever. And also that's one of the reasons why for 35 years, they've had the Allergy UK certificate. It's never been revoked, has to be renewed every single year, and they always get it. And it's not just for this country, it's for Europe, it's for Canada, the USA, New Zealand and Australia. And all those countries, they all have different standards by which to certificate, if that's a word.
Certify?
Certify, that's the one,
thank
you.
You. I'm here for the words, Rob, here for the words.
You are my thesaurus. I was pondering last night,
yes.
Why is there only one word for thesaurus?
It's a great question. So Stella also has another question.
Yes.
Can she use a duvet cover, does it come in different colours?
Should we talk about that now?
It doesn't come in different colours.
No.
It comes in white.
Yes.
And you can use a duvet cover, but it's highly recommended you use a cotton duvet cover.
Yes, yes. Please, 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 for the love of Michael, don't take your Rolls Royce and put a Renault cover on it. You know, there's nothing wrong with Renaults, but you don't put a bin bag over a roller. You know what I mean? Because it's got all these natural properties, you need to put a natural fibre on it. So what I did, I went to Amazon, and because this is long fibre silk, put one that you know is long fibre, is Egyptian cotton.
Yes.
If you can get 230 thread count, I just matched it.
It just matches it.
Duvet cover and 2 pillowcases was about 25 quid.
Yep, absolutely. And if you want it to match your decor, your bedding,
get whatever colour you want.
You go for whatever colour you want. But as we've said, you can wash it as well. So if you do want to go for the beautiful, pristine white effect, then you can in any washing machine, cold wash, 30 degrees maximum. Yep. And you've said it dries in about an hour in your experience.
What I do it depends obviously on how hot it is, but so I live in a flat, so I've got a clothes horse, and what I do, because mine's a Super King, so it's big, so I fold it over and I lay it across the top, and after about half an hour the top's dry, then I flip it, and after about an hour it's completely dry. Yeah, but you can put it on the line, you can line dry if you want to, you can tumble dry it on low as well.
On the lowest setting.
I just don't waste the electricity. For me,
if it dries that quickly, absolutely.
Totally. So what I also recommend is, so if you want a different colour, obviously, if white is your colour, don't even bother with a duvet cover. I don't. But what I would do is, if you get stains on it occasionally, or if it discolours during the hotter months, which actually this is much less likely to do than a regular, synthetic duvet, because it wicks away the moisture. But things do get grubby, they do get stained. You can use whatever your favourite detergent is, whether it's a liquid, whether it's a powder, whether it's a tablet. But what I got is an oxy liquid, an oxy gel. Don't use the oxy powders on it because they can be too harsh on the silk. Get one, make sure it is recommended or rated for use with silk.
Yes.
And Oxy do a liquid gel that is exactly that. So a little dollop of that in the tray of your washing machine, and it comes up absolutely beautifully every time.
And that'll just make sure it lasts you for as long as they possibly can.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Stella has one more question.
Yep, go ahead. Is it good in a motorhome, especially if you're travelling from cold to hot? Stella, this is how I discovered basically my porta cabin was a motorhome but without wheels. I think it's possible to say that, or probable to say, that Mulberry Silk sell more of these duvets to people with caravans and motorhomes than anyone else. Except when they're on TV, obviously. The mass audience, the mass public. They are ideal. They're so lightweight.
And that's the thing. When you're in a motorhome, you're really limited for your storage space, aren't you? So you want something that will pack away nice and neatly and small, and then to just drape over you and feel like you're in luxury. It's just, it's a no-brainer, I think. Yes, absolutely. It's
the allergy, I can't say it's allergy proof, but it's the allergy fighting duvet or resisting duvet with the Allergy UK certificate. Again,
and if you're travelling, I mean, again, if you're travelling between different places, different pollens, all of that sort of thing, different seasonal changes, this just complements those changes so effectively.
Best silk money can buy. Let's recap, shall we? Best silk. Let's do a quick fire round. Best silk money can buy.
Moisture wicking.
Yeah. Temperature regulating.
Draping.
If you get the big, go up your upper size.
But even if you go normal size, the draping, the way it cocoons you, the way the natural properties of the silk stay around your body, last you potentially 30 years more if you treat it well.
Unconditional money back guarantee to try it.
Do we say allergy certified?
Yeah, allergy certified. Yeah, I think we said that. It's lightweight. So, by the way, you don't have to have 2 duvets. You don't have to have a summer duvet and a winter duvet.
Exactly, covers all seasons.
This will actually keep you cool in the hot summer months. Believe it or not, because of the temperature regulating properties. When you put this on even if it's hot in your room, and you cover yourself in this duvet, if you did that with a synthetic duvet, I mean,
you flip it off, don't you?
Yeah.
You sort of, and you do that little dance through the night. And we've discussed this before, that when you sleep, you should wake up virtually where you fell asleep.
True.
But if you are uncomfortable moving around and tossing and turning and flipping the duvet off and on, or pulling it off your partner or whatever in the night, if that happens to you, I
have no experience of that, not recently anyway.
I do.
I'm sure you do. But that's why these are great, because do you tend to be a little hotter at night, or who's hotter, you or Phil?
I think that's a very easy answer, Rob. It is me.
Of course.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
No, I think he's not sent an email in tonight. He's asleep because he has to get up with the kids in the morning.
Oh, has he? But Jackie with a Y has sent in an email. What's Jackie's email? Lovely to see the dream team back together, she says. She loves her mulberry silk.
Wouldn't be
without it. She's never been a big fan of a big duvet in the winter. Yeah, she loves that it's perfect for all seasons. And she's got a question for me, is that right?
Okay. Wow. Jackie, I like your thinking.
They don't know what she said yet.
No, they don't know, but
I think,
I got told then by Paul to not say that on the air. So Jackie
said, because we've got these stretch seats, right, which are phenomenal. See?
Okay. He said you can stretch my seat any day. We should talk about the stretch seats.
We should. I know, and I'll gladly, if you need help stretching your seat, then I'm happy to oblige.
Quite expert.
I am quite the expert at stretching a seat. Yeah, these, and she said she'd love to sample my stall. These are these. No, wait a minute.
Oh,
that's
wow.
No, that didn't come out right. That did not come out right. It came out. In fact, it came out at all. No matter what I do with it, it came out wrong, didn't it? You know. Yeah.
Stretch seats.
Stretch seats. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, buy the duvets. They're amazing. These are too. I absolutely love these things. Are we showing these now? Or are we, there we go, look. Here's a little example of them in use. 20 quid, red, orange, green, black or blue. You can actually, they're height adjustable, as you'll see.
For any height.
Oh, I love these.
They're fantastic. So I mean, we're all different heights. So this has a telescopic function that means that you can adjust it to your needs. Gardening.
Yes.
I talked about gardening. I mean, I would even have it lower for like when you're doing your little seed.
Well, you like a little squat, don't you? In the garden.
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, all sorts of.
I've noticed gardeners do like to be low to the ground.
Yes. I thought you were talking about me personally.
No, I said it in that way for comedic effect. But, of course. But no, I have noticed a lower angle is
you're closer to the action.
Yeah, right. And then we have a little bird watching going on.
Yes, sitting out on your patio.
Oh, look at that! Isn't that lovely?
A little coffee.
Yeah.
And portable. Look at that. Look at that. Fancy strap.
I mean, literally, if you get a bit pooped wherever you are, you've got a seat with you.
Yes.
Which I think is phenomenal.
I mean, to have this sort of thing on a long hike would be ideal.
I mean, so here at the bus stop, it could be the post office.
I can imagine if I've got my kids and we're going for a long walk, to have something like this, and when there are no seats to be seen, and the children need to sit down, and it's muddy and grubby, and you just pop out your stretch seat. And
theme parks, when you're waiting in line for out, you don't have to stand queuing.
Sitting whilst queuing.
Yeah.
This is a revelation.
They are so good. And it's airports, another one, airport. Now, here's the weight limit. Get this right, 350 pounds. Even I can sit on one of these. And I'm about that weight. And what we recommend, the only thing we recommend is do not stand on them. They're not, because of their slim profile, they are not sturdy enough to stand on as a
sort of step
thing, unless it's at the lowest level, maybe a little step up for the toddler to for the potty training or what have you. I think on the first or second level you could step on them potentially as a little reach up, but anything beyond that they would be too unstable. But you can see they come in all these colours. But I love the way that they're easy to extend.
Yes.
And they've got the strap. The carry strap is wrapped around the top.
Yes. I mean, it tucks away neatly, tidily.
Yeah.
I was imagining having it, because I was thinking about when I was reading my little one his bedtime story, that if you had that just tucked under the bed, and then you just pop it out and sit on that beside the bed, because you often don't have a little chair or something, and you might it might be uncomfortable to be like, it just gets you at the right angle for sitting next to.
And they're the same height as a regular chair when they're fully extended, and they are comfortable, even for a big bottom like mine. Actually, I don't have a big bottom, I have a big belly. It's where I gain all my weight. My bottom's normally sized, apparently, so I've been told. But, you know, when the kids are playing video games, watching the TV, you know, if they're having little tea parties and things like that. If you're having a grown-up party and you don't, like in my flat, we've only got a 3-seater sofa. That's it.
And you don't have room necessarily to have lots of other. You might have sort of a cards night, like a poker night or something like that, and you're around a round table and you don't have enough chairs. If you have a couple of these tucked away, you just stretch them out. You sit there and you're sorted.
And we showed you all the different places you can store them. They'll go in a suitcase. They'll go in on your bike, they'll go in a drawer. I'm
just thinking about our camping trip. I know the summer holidays are coming up, so lots of people will probably be going away camping. You can't necessarily fit 4 proper camping chairs if there are 4 of you, or however many people you've got going. Have a couple of those. Absolutely. They will easily store in the boot of your car, and you can pop them out, and everyone's comfortable. Imagine the kids toasting their marshmallows by the campfire and being very comfortable. They probably enjoy it, and you can choose the different colours for different people, so they've got theirs.
I love camping. I miss camping. I used to really enjoy camping when I was younger. But yeah, if you're elderly and infirm, you've got a seat. If you ever need to just put take a load off, you've got something with you. They're very, very lightweight. They literally they're not even a kilo. I'd say that's probably.
They're just over a kilo, I think. So they're 1.1 kilos or something. But it doesn't feel like it at all.
No, it doesn't.
Actually,
it doesn't.
It really doesn't. So
and the strap velcros around the top. So you've got a long carry strap, or you've just got a simple carry handle. We'll come back to those a bit later. Let's go back to the duvet. But if you want those, they're 20 quid each. 078824. They're incredibly well made, very sturdy, 350 pounds in weight, which is about 168 kilos, I think I heard. 159 kilos, so they will take a lot of weight. Yes. Now, back to the duvets, and we've got the pillows coming up as well, which we'll give you the details of, actually. These pillows, again, best pillow money can buy, in my opinion. I will not, literally, even to the point where I jeopardise my job if I have to present a different make of pillow, because I don't lie. I decided, because I was a bit of a tinker in my 20s, as your husband will no doubt tell you, and I mean, I don't think any word that ever came out of my mouth was 100% the truth. You know, if it served me, I would say whatever I need. I was very manipulative when I was younger, and I sort of grew a conscience at some point and decided from now on I'm never going to lie, and I've stuck to that. I genuinely, and if I can help it, sometimes I catch myself, like if I'm asked for something on the on the street, have you got any spare change or something like that, but I don't even carry change anymore, so actually I don't even have to lie about that now. If it's white lies, it's kind of hard, so sometimes there are lies of admission, but I never knowingly deliberately tell a lie. I try very, very, very hard not to. So I can't be on a TV show and show another product and say that it's the best pillow, I think it's the best pillow money can buy, because I don't, because this is the best pillow I think the money can buy. Got to check out, by the way, your baskets. If you don't, it's not yours, it's not held, it's not reserved. So please make sure you pay for it, otherwise you won't get it. Do we have any more questions, Leslie? Oh, we have a testimonial. Sabina. Go ahead. Do you want to handle that one?
Absolutely. So Sabina is telling us about her experience of the duvet.
Yeah, coming up any second now. Any second. Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
So Sabina lives in South Africa and the UK, and she brings her mulberry silk duvet with her everywhere she travels. Oh, she says that, silk, I didn't know this, silk can protect you from mosquitoes as well. Little known fact that it's the inability for the insects to penetrate the silk, and she will never use anything else. So
it's quite hot in South Africa as well.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
just goes to show.
So she's going between the UK and South Africa.
And South Africa,
I mean,
amazing.
they're quite extremes of sort of climate. So
once you have a mulberry silk duvet and pillow, you will not. I actually have. So I have two spares. I have a travel one. I have a travel pillow and a travel duvet, and also we have a home duvet, which has saved me certainly the cost of the duvet itself in heating bills, because my son is standing right there. If you want a verification of this, that I'm telling the truth, he will come on and he will, I don't know, pledge allegiance to what I'm saying being true. If we get a bit chilly, instead of turning the central heating on, we just get the single duvet, right? Don't we? And we lay it out on top of us. We get to the perfect temperature, and that's it. And we play video games like that, don't we? Sometimes. And you can I have a verbal yes, please?
Yes.
There you go. Don't know if you heard that. That was my son trying to be British, apparently. Oh, the king size is
limited stock.
Yes, so we have less.
So check out your baskets, because it doesn't guarantee you, if you've got it sat there and you're waiting for other things, and just check it out, get it delivered to you, and enjoy the mulberry silk benefits immediately, or as soon as the postman can get it to you. From
Paul, our director, he had a good suggestion. He said, "Get it now."
Get it now.
Yeah.
Get it now.
He's from Grimsby.
Wow.
Yeah, get it now. That was a bit Clarkson, isn't it? Get it now. Who wants to be a millionaire? Baby Jesus. So what's the way he says that? Baby Jesus. I just find that very amusing. Have you seen Clarkson's Farm?
I have watched little bits of it. Philip has watched more of it than I have.
So good. It's addictive.
Have we got some hellos, Leslie?
Yes. I love it. Now I can be naughty because Elise just keeps me in check.
Emma says, can we give a shout out to the Woodmans? Hello, Woodmans.
Hello, Woodmans.
Hello. Hope you're having a lovely first thing.
I love that, Woodmans. And who says that? Who what?
Darren. Darren wants us.
Charlotte Rogers, hello. Apparently she loves us. They watch Shop on TV every night before they go to sleep, and hates it when the other presenters are on, apparently.
Well,
I'll let
Rob
them know,
Lock,
don't worry. I'll
It's you or no one else. And
That's
also, you're watching Rob before you go to sleep. I do hope that you're sleeping under mulberry silk, and if you're not.
That sounded weird, you're watching Rob before you go to sleep.
But that's what they said.
No, that is true, though. That is true.
I'm just repeating back what they've said.
I love to be watched before people go to sleep. I love to be watched. I love to watch while they're sleeping. No, I don't.
Hannah would like us to wish her luck on her flight from Portugal to Belfast.
So Rosa, Hannah, Chris, and Roisin. Yes. It's not Roisin.
Is it Roisin?
They're Roisin. They told us to say it wrong. It's not our fault.
Enjoy your trip back to Belfast. And you're going from Portugal to Belfast.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, it must be
two of my favourite places
to leave.
Now, Belfast is Northern Ireland, isn't it? So, did Northern Ireland, were they able to retain their EU citizenship? I don't think they were they? Because two places I would love to live, Ireland and Portugal. And actually, I'm still contemplating living in Ireland. If I get a gig where it doesn't matter where I live, I'm going to go and live in Ireland.
I've never been.
Oh, have you not?
Visit.
It's lovely, and Portugal's lovely as well.
I've been to Portugal. I've been to Lisbon.
But if I live in Ireland for 5 years, I can get my EU citizenship back, and then I can go and I can have a place in Portugal too.
All right, Rob's plans.
So, yeah, those
this
are my
is what
plans.
you're hearing, his grand life plans.
If it all goes completely, it's up.
If it all goes completely well, surely. because your life plans are going.
Well, no, that's true. Actually, I suppose it depends which way you look at it. I always said if it all went bottoms up, then I would go to some tropical island, work in a tiki bar, and just watch the rest of just enjoy the rest of my life in a simple and uncomplicated fashion, following Marlon Brando's footsteps.
Yes.
Greatest actor who ever lived. Now, I do want to follow in his footsteps. I am sort of at the moment in terms of how our waists keep expanding, but he was generally, or is still generally regarded as the greatest actor of all time. He is extraordinary. One of the things that I used to teach at in the acting studio in Hollywood, where I would work part-time. I don't know if I mentioned I used to live in America.
Oh, did you really? Oh, yeah.
But what Brando had this incredible ability to do is to go from 0 to furious in the snap of a finger, and it's really hard to do. But if you can do it, it's yeah.
You should have seen me on the tennis court on Monday evening, Rob.
Oh, really?
Oh, I lost it.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, game, set, and match, was it?
It wasn't my best
finest moment.
It wasn't my finest moment, no. But there you go. I went from 0 to quite furious.
Did you? I'd love to have seen that.
Oh, a lot of people
Hands up, we would love to see Elise get really furious.
Yeah.
Did you throw your racket?
I did throw my racket. My tennis coach will tell you. He's like, she went full tantrum, like I think I'm some professional.
Toys totally out the pram.
Totally.
Oh my Lord!
It was most embarrassing.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
It is the quiet ones, yeah.
Anyway, let's go now. I'm sitting here. By the way, you will notice that from now on I will be sitting with a pillow on my crotchal area, and I won't be going, oh, it's getting a bit hot under there, because it's mulberry silk. And what I wanted to talk about with mulberry silk is what they call toxic sleep.
Yes.
Because you know a little bit about this, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've all been reading about this, and we all know, like, it's been a hot topic about the importance of sleep.
Yeah.
And toxic sleep, I mean, it can shave years off your life. Just the stress, the anxiety, the sort of the tiredness that then has its knock-on effect, a domino effect on every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
If you can interrupt toxic sleep, if you can combat it with good measures for good sleep, then you're going to improve your life. It's as simple as that. And so why, when you're given the information about the goodness that you can give yourself for your sleep, would you not jump on that opportunity? And especially at the prices that we can offer to you now, because you can go into like a major retailer and find an equivalent duvet that's promising the same sorts of things, and you'd be paying triple potentially the prices that we're offering for you.
We'll carry the story on to the pillow, shall we? Look, you've just got to get one of these. I'm sorry, I know if I could command you to do two things, it would be buy a pillow and buy a duvet. And actually we've got the mattress protectors coming as well, which is a mulberry silk duvet with an elasticated gusset essentially, so you're sleeping on top of mulberry silk as well as under
surrounding yourself with mulberry silk.
There is the cocoon mattress which does a similar thing, but if you haven't got the budget for, and that's coming up, if you haven't got the budget for a mattress, the mattress protectors are coming up very, very soon. So with the toxic sleep, people don't realise this, there are 5 levels of sleep, and they're all essential to basically recuperate, recover, regenerate, heal, etc. And if you don't get through all of those 5 cycles of sleep, then you're not getting the full purpose of what sleep is actually for. You're not getting the full benefit, rather, of what sleep is actually for. And once you wake up in the middle of a cycle, you can't just carry on where you left off. You've got to start again. And one of the great indicators that you're not getting a good night's sleep is, do you dream a lot? Do you remember your dreams a lot? Because actually your dreams are they're the lightest. They're literally just before you wake up. You dream most just before you wake up. So therefore, if you remember your dreams, you're not getting a deep sleep. You're not getting into that real deep sleep state. And that's because maybe you get too hot under your duvet, so you throw it off.
And that disrupts it.
Yeah, and then you start to cool down. Then you're cold again. You wake up, you throw it back on, and on, off, shake it all about all night long. And the pillow and the duvet and the mattress are really essential things for a good night's sleep. You can't. Obviously, noise is another thing. You need to try and sleep as quiet or in as quiet an environment as possible. Smell, big one. your sense of smell is actually one of your strongest senses, so make sure you have a nice aroma in your room, something that is a calming aroma. That's why lavender is a recommended essential oil. And obviously if people are getting in and out of the bed, if you are shift workers, if you're sort of ships that pass in the night, or someone gets up to go pee, but then get a good mattress and you won't get the motion transfer, and that will help with that. So we got that solution covered as well.
Absolutely.
Everything else is about what you sleep under and what you put your head on. And this is so important when it comes to a pillow, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's talk about the construction of the pillow, shall we?
Yes.
So what's in the pillow?
So inside it does have a hollow fibre filling, and that is to give it pillow shape and form, otherwise, and support
Loft
for your
support,
neck.
yes,
Loft
yes.
support. But because apart from that, it is wrapped in your
Yes,
long fibre, miles of silk, round and round and round this pillow. So it is also got your cotton cover, so your 230 thread count Egyptian cotton cover. So luxury, softness, heaven.
Yes.
For your head.
And because it's so strong.
So it's got your naturally hypoallergenic silk. It's got your, I mean, you talk about sort of sweating and everything, and the moisture wicking properties, particularly in your pillow. I mean, that's the place you, and they're also machine washable as well.
That's
so
the big
all
one.
of these things, I mean, I've tried putting normal pillows in the washing machine and they come out completely lumpy and bumpy and horrible.
You throw them away.
You do. And then you get through, you keep buying pillows. Here, it's on my lap, as you can see, but it's so comfortable, it will nestle your head, it will do all of the things that we've talked about that the silk will do, and you can wash it. It's a no-brainer. Because
it's stitched into place as well, that it doesn't matter what you do with it, how you sleep on it, it will always go back to its original form. It will never lose height. Like, you know, with basically every pillow that money can buy, generally speaking, since they were invented, has been a sack with a filling in it. And a pillow needs to give you support and it needs to give you comfort. But I would say 99.9% of pillows only give you one, not the other.
Yep.
This gives you both. So, you know, if you get a really expensive down pillow, I mean, like the really, really expensive, stupidly expensive ones, you put your head on it, all the down moves out the way, and you end up with sleeping pretty much on about an inch, if you're lucky. And you punch it up and you shove it, and it ends up, and it gets hot.
Yes.
And then you have to turn it up. You turn it round.
Yes, you don't have to turn them over because it just adapts to what you need, what your little face needs as you're sleeping.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a statement here, and it's pretty bold.
Go on, Rob.
I'm going to make several, actually.
Do it.
Every single pillow that isn't a natural fibre, just like silk here, is going to get too hot, and you are going to end up having to turn it around. Every single pillow, and now that does also include, incidentally, memory foam. Every single pillow that isn't memory foam, that is a filling in a sack, is essentially going to move out of the way and give you minimal, inferior support. Certainly every single pillow I've ever seen, anyway. There's only one exception I know to that, and we sell it. It's the Morel that has the suspension in it. But even they degrade because they have artificial fillings. So any pillow and every pillow that has either feather in it or an artificial hollow fibre is going to become riddled with millions of dust mites. After, I think it's 3 years, 50% of the weight of your pillow is dust mites.
Something astounding like that.
That you'd even keep a pillow for 3 years. Every single pillow that has feather and...
I mean, and feather pillows are not hypoallergenic at all.
Not at all, no.
Yeah, the number of feather pillows I've sneezed through the night on.
Yes, yeah, they can aggravate allergies. Every single pillow that is either a feather or a hollow fibre, eventually you're going to sweat into it, so it's going to build up bacteria.
And you're not going to be able to wash it.
You won't be able to wash it, and what does that ultimately mean you're going to have to do with it?
Replace it.
Yes, you're going to throw it away. So you just take your money and you just keep throwing it away. And they recommend you change your pillow every 3 months.
Who's doing that?
No one. These, I mean, and they're just so uncomfortable, aren't they? And
then you have to stack a couple because they go all flaccid and everything moves, so just the problem intensifies.
This pillow is designed to last you 20, 30 years. And you can wash it in a regular front-loading 7.5 kilo washing machine. Now I do one pillow at a time, and again I use a little bit of the Oxy whitening gel if I need to.
Just give it a bit of brightness.
Bit of brighten it up a little.
Yeah, you do you, Rob.
I do. Well, I do it once a month. This is your pillow and duvet for life. So all right, £40 for a pillow. Yes, you can get a pillow. Probably get 4 for 20. But they're rubbish. You're going to throw them away. This is a pillow for life, not just for Christmas. This is a duvet for life, not just for Christmas. Your money is being stretched over literally up to decades, but all money is not everything. What is important though is that it's all contributing to you having the best night's sleep you can have.
I mean, every time I've been on this show with you, Rob, it's about investing in a good night's sleep and how grateful you're going to be. It just makes sense. How many hours of your life do you spend in your bed? You spend it sleeping.
About a third of your life, yeah.
A third of your life.
Yeah.
And why are you not investing in making that a magnificent experience for yourself?
I know. And so many of us wake up and we say, oh, I slept funny last night, or I didn't get a very good night's sleep. So, I mean, sometimes I'll sleep for 10 hours, but I'll wake up and I still feel tired. Because if you haven't, but that's because my mattress is really bad. I've got the duvet and everything else, but the mattress is really, really, really bad. So, look, I promise you, I swear to you on my son's life, and he's sitting right there, we'll see if he drops dead in a minute. Your life's on the line here, son. I swear to you, this is the best pillow that money can buy, in my experience and my opinion. I guarantee you that if you haven't slept on this pillow, you have probably not slept on any pillow that is giving you the quality and quantity of sleep that you need and deserve and would ideally like. I know it's a bold statement, but I promise you that's the case. And again, this too has an unconditional money-back guarantee. You buy this right now, your money is safe. Because the only thing you stand to lose is £5 for postage and packing.
And £5 to try a pillow.
Try it, sleep on it for a few nights. If you're not happy with it, again, don't call us, call Arcade Sales on the tag, say I'm not happy with my purchase, I'd like my money back. They will give you every penny of your money back, as Ray says, with the same civility as they took it. So it is guaranteed. And honestly, there is no other pillow. There's only one other pillow I know of that was almost as good. And that was called the Dream Wizard pillow, and it had an inflatable insert. And so you could adjust it. They don't make them anymore. But even that had a hollow fibre outer edge. Anything artificial or feather is going to degrade and you have to throw it away. I forget what the statistics are on how many pillows on average a person buys in their lifetime. But I mean, you buy cheap, you pay twice, right? Buy this now. You've got this. Literally, if you buy this for your kids now, they'll be adults and still sleeping on it.
They'll take it with them when they go off to college, when they go off to university, when they move out of home into their first homes. You can think about the journey. I'm
taking mine to Torquay and to Ireland.
Yes, of course.
I mean, I'll never have to buy it. My pillows will outlive me, probably. Certainly if I carry on the rate I'm going at the moment. But seriously, I mean, who can say that about a blooming pillow, for crying out loud? And it won't lose its shape. By the way, I'll just some advice, because I'm a user. They're like a medium firm. You wouldn't want to stack two of these on one on top of it.
I'm just sitting here enjoying. Yeah. My elbows have never been happier. Right now, they are so nestled. I don't need anything.
You know what they say? Happy elbows.
Happy.
Self? Yeah.
Fos?
Happy arms.
I'm trying to make it rhyme. I don't know. We've got some hellos.
Let's do some hellos.
Let's do some hellos. So, who have we got?
Hurry up, Leslie, because...
do we have...
It's like somebody switched off Leslie, our producer.
An anonymous hello.
Oh, OK. From Foxhound. Please say hello to my husband, Rick, who watches the show every Monday that we're on, Monday morning, because basically...
He works at an oil rig.
On an oil rig.
A North Sea oil rig, and she misses him. Rick! Rick, you know who you are, and your wife misses you. And
it's Oil Rig Rick.
Hello, Oil Rig Rick.
Our regular Oil Rig Rick.
Oh.
Rick, thank you so much. I love the idea that we're being seen on an oil rig. Can I come visit the oil rig? Can we do a show from the oil rig? Oh,
Paul in Dublin. He's got a spare room for you.
Thank you, Paul. I might take you up on that.
He loves the show.
And then he loves the show too. Great. I would. If I went to Ireland, I don't know if I'd come back, or Portugal for that matter. I just. Oh. What part of America do I live in? We have a home in Los Angeles. So yeah, I had a house originally in Orlando. My son was born in Orlando, a stone's throw from Disney World, and but a couple of years in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, a year in Reno, just over a year actually in Reno, which was great. And then we headed west and never looked back, and we were in LA for just over a decade. So came back in 2018, but I still keep a home over there, a flat. Did I meet Larry Grayson? Did I meet Larry Grayson?
This is what Norman has asked you.
Norman's asked me when would I have met Larry Grayson?
When you lived in LA?
Because he's one of Howard's heroes.
Norman's.
Norman's here. Where did I get Howard from? Sorry, one of Norman's heroes. It's going on. Oh, I see.
Yes, have you met this person?
Norman, I've never had the good fortune of meeting Larry Grayson.
Maybe one day.
I think he's not with us anymore.
In another realm, maybe one day in the future when he is.
But I tell you what though, Norman, I do have. So I belong to a gentleman's club and the entertainment arm of a global gentleman's club. And this particular, it's going back 20 years ago when I first became a member, every TV agent, basically anyone in the entertainment industry who was anyone who was famous on telly, and their agents and probably their producers and directors were all members of this particular membership club. There are some people that don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sort of going around the outskirts on this here. It's let's just you have a special handshake to get in. That's all I'm saying. Larry Grayson, I think, was a member, and certainly the man that made him famous was a member. So I feel he's part of our entertainment tradition, but I never had the good fortune to meet him personally. Yeah, he died in '95. But I remember, I think it was Michael Grade who gave him his. Was it Michael Grade who gave him his first job? And he just had this. I remember. I think I saw an interview with Michael Grade saying he just had this something special about him, and he was brilliant when he did the Generation Game. Because I know Jim Davidson as well. He did Generation Game. Did Bruce Forsyth did the Generation Game as well, didn't he? And that's because I think Larry took over from Bruce, or I don't know, there was something like that going on. But that's the show I've always wanted to present as well. And people always said, "Oh, you should do the Generation Game," and it's like, yeah, I'll get right onto that. Hello, BBC. Yes, I'm ready to do the Generation Game now.
Take me now.
Nobody seems to want me to do anything other than selling pillows on late night television.
People want more.
Do you think they do?
I think some people just don't realise that.
Oh, I'd love to do Blankety Blank. Any game show. I always thought I'd end up being a game show host.
Yeah, you'd be great.
It's just bizarre that I've done bits of it in America, but never a full, I'm not bitter though. I'm not bitter. I've got a job. I'm very happy, very grateful.
Oh, Rob, it's okay.
Do check out your baskets, ladies and gentlemen.
And as we've said as well,
busy out there,
while you can with mulberry silk, you do need to finalise your purchase. Check out your baskets.
Nice way to put it.
Thank you.
Nice
Check them out because you don't know when it's not going to be available, and it's a phenomenal price. We've talked to you about the investment you are making in a good night's sleep.
Do you know when the Mulberry Silk Company, when they were asked by the last company we worked for, because we'd sold Mulberry Silk duvets for many years and they were obviously hugely successful, would they make a pillow? So they spent several years making the pillow, and when they launched it in the first year, they sold 80,000. I think how many was it, Leslie? 89,000, wasn't it? I think pillows, 89,000 pillows. And at the time, when they were sort of polling, I believe there was an article when they were polling the public about what they wanted from their pillow. They discovered that if people could return their pillow, probably, literally, the pillow that people have got right now at home, that 60% or more absolutely would, which is true, because who's really ever happy with their pillow?
No.
Right? So when they sold 89,000 pillows in the first year of this particular pillow, guess how many returns they got? 19. What, not percent? 19 individual pillows, which is a return rate of something like, I think it was, what was the return rate, Leslie? It was like 0.0027% or something like that. That's how satisfied people are with these pillows. I guarantee you, if you don't love this pillow, A, you'll get every penny of your money back except for the P&P, because we've got to pay the postman. But if postal worker, post person, I try to be as inclusive as I can, and I forget sometimes there are just words that are embedded that have,
indeed,
you know. So I'm still learning the lingo. Apologies if I don't always get it right.
Yes.
But no, I'm all for everybody's freedom of will and decision and such. But what was I going to say? Oh, blimey, I got sidetracked. Yeah, the absolutely guarantee that this pillow, once you've got it, you'll know that it was the right decision. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you and I knew each other personally, right, and we were really good friends, you know how sometimes you just listen to your friends? Like, you'll watch some bloke on television telling you about a pillow, and you're like, yeah, whatever. It's all rubbish. It's all marketing. It's all flim flam. He's on commission. I'm not. You know, there's a barrier. The television is the barrier between us, unfortunately. But when if you say to your friend, oh, yeah, can you recommend a good pillow? Or your friend's just bought one of these and they say to you, oh my God, you know what? I got one of those mulberry silk pillows that bloke on telly was talking about the other night. They are phenomenal. Then you go, really? Ah, and you go buy it. So I'm trying to convey to you that if we knew each other personally, and I swear on my son's life, he's still there, he's still alive. Son, that I would recommend you buy this pillow. I honestly would. Haven't I? Now, listen, Elise is wife to my oldest and dearest friend, Philip. Have I not told you and extolled the vert in private, in person, about mulberry silk?
You have, totally.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He has. He's all about it. It's all he talks about when he comes around.
I know that.
I mean, he's obsessive.
There's a reason why you don't invite me round anymore, yeah.
I'll tell you what you can do when you buy your mulberry silk pillow is you can top it with one of these.
Brilliant
so
idea.
This is the delightful mulberry silk
Elise is doing my job for me tonight. It's great.
I'm doing it with you, Rob.
No, you are. But it's great because I can just ramble on.
I love this colour as well. This would go so well with our bedding colour scheme. So this is the sage. I love a bit of sage green. So this is 100% mulberry silk on both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides. So you can flip over your pillow if you need to, so you can have the benefit of the silk against you. But it's got a cotton backing.
Yes, yeah.
And this is to stop it from slipping everywhere.
Because it's very slippery.
It's very slippery. Look, it's so shiny and magnificent. So, I mean, other pillowcases on the market that are silk will have it only on one side. But here, as I can demonstrate, both sides have your magnificent silk. And the properties of silk against your face are just...
Yeah, do your own research, as they say. Yeah. Skin and hair, yes.
Skin and hair. So we've talked about the moisture-wicking properties and of silk, but also they will help you retain... They don't soak up the moisture, so they will help your skin and your hair retain their moisture.
Yes, we have to say they can help.
They can.
Yes,
they can, of course.
Yeah. The individual results always vary.
Yes, naturally non-allergenic properties. So, I mean, all sorts of synthetic fibres that you can have in your pillowcases that you get.
Yep.
All sorts of issues, potentially, if you are very sensitive in that way. But it's just the comfort. And if you're going to have silk in your pillow, have the silk on top as well. Because obviously the pillows themselves, they have their cotton case.
Yes, they do.
But if you pop a silk pillowcase on top...
And again, same rules with the pillows. Please don't put artificial, polyester or any artificial pillowcase on them, because they'll just block the natural properties of the cotton and the silk. So yes,
you don't want to have any barrier in between. So this is like
pillowcase is
eliminating any of it. And you will find lots of pillowcases that lots of pillowcases can claim to be 100% silk, but they can. I mean, you can have a sort of polyester that can be brushed that can look like silk.
Let's talk about that.
Or you can have the detached fibre. We've talked about sort of offcuts and all of that, and sort of combination of silk and polyester.
Sort of mulched together.
Yes, but this is 100% mulberry silk. They can't say they're 100% mulberry silk. coverings if they aren't. So
true. Do you know, this is the other thing, Elise, actually. They're the only company I know, the Mulberry Silk Company. Now, there probably are other companies out there that are as honest. They only try to give you the best quality of product. There's literally nothing you can improve on with these products. You've got the two best materials for the duvets, the two best materials for the pillows, and the same also for the pillowcases. There is no improving on them. They're 100% top quality, best that money can buy silk anywhere in the world. On both sides, 100% of that pillowcase with a cotton back inside to stop it slipping, but that's the only reason it's there. But that also is a natural fibre.
And it's so soft.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't help but stroke it now that it's here. But I mean, we've got to keep working, but I would love to just rest my head here and just go to sleep. I can imagine you'd fall asleep very quickly.
Yeah.
Lovely cool on your face because of the temperature reflecting and regulating properties of silk, but also like for your hair, it's the
sericin. That's the ingredient in silk.
That's one of the
sericin.
It's the amino acid, isn't it? That sort of has all of that helpful property to it.
Again, look it up if you want.
Absolutely. Frizzy hair, or sort of in curly hair. Even for me, like, because I've got long hair, I wouldn't have to tie it up because it can stop all of that sort of like wrinkling and the sort of friction, and it can also stop, like, if you're sort of on another sort of fibre, the sort of sleep lines on your face, they can be reduced by sleeping on a silk pillowcase. I've got one of my really good friends, Nishla. Hello, in case you're watching. She swears by her silk pillowcase.
Oh, for sure. And again, look, the only reason we can't make these claims is because we haven't independently tested these exact pillowcases for those results. But they are 100% silk. So if you look up properties of silk, then it kind of goes without saying that those benefits are going to be in these pillowcases, and that sericin doesn't ever wash out, by the way.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It stays in there forever.
No. And that's quite often why Afro-Caribbean hair, they recommend you tie the hair in a silk.
Yes.
In silk. By the way, so somebody's just, so Brian has just emailed and says Rob's son should make his TV not preview, debut. He's been on telly so many times, I can't keep him off the telly. They've asked him, is he real? Is he on work experience? No, he works here.
He's an official.
Here, I've got a stool for you.
He will sit. There he is.
This is my son, David.
David.
How are you? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And he works here. He's one of our floor managers. We're on camera 5, Dave.
Hi, camera 5.
And that was Brian, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Hello, Brian.
So, yeah. And you're still alive?
I am.
Can I check your pulse? So, because I swore on your life a moment. Yeah, he's definitely alive. Yeah. When's Ray coming back? Do you know?
Soon.
For our next show, I believe. Yeah. Soon. Yeah, so you've got to listen to the producer, and she gave you an instruction, and then you have to do what.
Speaking as well.
I see. Yes.
But I can't hear two voices at once.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You can tell that we're related, can't you?
So I think while we sort out this father-son situation, we're going to have a break, everybody.
Anyway, so what I was trying to tell you.
Shop on TV also broadcasts every day from midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89, with an even wider range of must-have products at market-beating prices. So, check your electronic programme guide for the latest show schedule and tune in daily to grab the offers while they're still available. There's more to see with Shop on TV. At Shop on TV, our goal is to provide you with the best shopping experience possible. Our team of shopping experts is dedicated to sourcing the latest, greatest and most desirable products at the lowest prices available, delivering them to you quickly and conveniently, and ensuring your complete satisfaction. We're passionate about maintaining the highest standards of quality and service every step of the way, from design to dispatch. You'll find us on ITV1 and STV from midnight to 3 a.m, Freeview Channel 89 from midnight to 6 p.m, and on YouTube at ShopOnTV Live. Our daily broadcasts are your TV window into the global marketplace, presenting you with a collection of carefully curated must-have items, demonstrated by our on-air team with honesty, integrity and trust. Plus, there's even more in our online store at shopontv.co.uk. So when it's time to shop, shop on TV. There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with Shop on TV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. ShopOnTV broadcasts across the nation every day from midnight to 3 a.m. on ITV1 and STV and midnight to 6 p.m. on Freeview Channel 89. Away from your television, we've got you covered. The live broadcasts are also streamed on our website at shopontv.co.uk and on our YouTube channel at ShopOnTV Live, where you can catch up on anything you've missed. So, why not make it your daily ritual to tune in and check out the latest and greatest on offer? Outstanding quality, incredible value and superb savings with ShopOnTV.
As long as you're okay with cash, then I'm fine with that too. So, oh, sorry, Oh, you didn't even say. Oh, the joke didn't land because you couldn't see it where it. Let's try that again. Take two. As long as you're okay with cash. Oh, hi!
Hi, everybody.
I was making a bawdy joke.
Oh, you were.
You've mounted the bed.
I've mounted the bed.
Yes. But before we go to where Elise is currently perched, Carol has requested that we tell her about the pillowcase cover colours. Cool, blimey. That was, you have to be pro level to do that.
We have
There
sage.
is sage. Go ahead.
Sage. I was showing you sage earlier. The beautiful, it's olivey sagey green.
Yes.
Fantastic. Then we have classic white.
Yes.
This is
Which
the
is
most
nice,
popular.
yeah.
So if you do want the classic white, I would get onto that now, along with your pillow.
Uh-huh.
And then, what is this one called, Leslie?
Desert.
Desert. It's beautiful. It's a gold. Oh, this feels very luxurious and very fancy.
It's kind of camel colour.
Camel and gold and yeah,
all
sandy.
things Orient. Yeah,
it's,
is it the East or the Orient or the whatever it is?
I don't know, just loveliness.
Yes.
Lovely. It's very warm, very lovely.
Yes.
A summertime pillow. And
Indeed.
here I am on the Cocoon mattress, which is fantastic. It has so many things to recommend it. It's a sleep system. It's not just a mattress, it's a sleep system. And this is from the Mulberry Silk Company. And when they come up with a new product, so much thought and consideration goes into the design. They survey the public to find out what they want in a mattress, and they provide it. So this mattress, it has 5 different layers, which are designed for your optimum comfort.
Yes.
What I am on top of is a mulberry silk topper. So this is filled, stuffed with mulberry silk. It's filled it's with mulberry silk. So you will have your mulberry silk duvet on top of you, but you will be on top of mulberry silk.
Yeah.
Your head will be nestled on a sage or a lovely white or a lovely...
Oh, yes, desert.
Desert.
Desert dreams.
Desert, ooh, your dreams will be delightful. So
yes.
you will just... we've talked at length, ad nauseum, about the benefits of mulberry silk. What also is fantastic about this mattress is all of those layers, particularly the pocket sprung middle. So this is our little pocket springs in their individual pockets. So these will keep you in position. It will, if you've got 2 people in the same bed, you won't have that sort of rolling together effect.
The motion transfer, I think they call
Motion
it,
transfer.
Yeah.
And also, your weight will be distributed over it, so there won't be any sort of dipping in and out. Here we go.
You see?
Oh, this side?
There we are. Yeah. Lovely. So that, and actually, because the Mulberry Silk Company,
Oh, I see.
they did a poll of their customers to ask what they preferred, whether they preferred All right, sorry, poor Elise is. I wish you could
All
hear.
different angles.
Left a bit, no, turn it right now, the other side, no, turn that round the other way. Because they have seen better days, those springs. And
But
so we'll
that's because they're outside of the mattress itself. But I'm going to come and sit back down over.
Yeah, sure. It's comfortable though, isn't it?
It's delightful. I mean, I could say, I think if I sat there for too much longer, I'd probably fall asleep because of how comfortable
what I want to talk about, if I may, quickly is the prices. Because
this is the staggering thing about this mattress.
Yeah, go on.
It's just the prices you would pay for a mattress. Have a look at the prices we've got. These start at £360 for the single, when the usual price, £549. You're saving £189 on the single.
Yep.
Then you've got £450 for the double, normally $749.
Yeah.
Saving £299.
Wow.
It's outrageous. And the king, £500 for a king-size mattress. Where do you find a king-size mattress for £500?
Well, I mean, of this quality, you don't.
No, you really don't. And then the Super King, £550, usually £899, saving £349.
Now, those prices, the usual prices, are the actual. They are the Mulberry Silk Company's prices of their standard. Of their premium mattress.
Yes.
The price without the topper, so you can get this. There's a premium, premium plus, and this is a premium plus. But the premium doesn't have the topper, and that's
still has the top layer of mulberry silk, but this has your topper that is
topper,
filled with your mulberry silk. It's just and the prices that we're giving you.
So you're getting the premium plus, the top of the range model, for the price of the basic premium entry level model.
And I mean, because it's a big investment, you can spread the cost, of course, over PayPal.
Yeah, interest-free payments over 3 months. If you are qualified, it's really simple. Just select it at checkout, and then it'll spit you over to PayPal, and you answer a few questions. You go through the application process very quick.
Very straightforward.
And then off you go. Yeah, I mean,
10-year guarantee as well.
10-year guarantee, but also a 60-day sleep trial, right?
60-day sleep trial.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can sleep on it for 60 days. You literally, so you get it at home, you take all the packaging off, it comes vacuum packed, so it'll be rolled up. So to put it in your room, take the packaging off, be careful not to cut, when you cut the packaging, not to cut obviously the mattress. It will plump up into shape within a couple of hours, well, almost immediately, but it'll be ready to sleep on within a few hours. And then you put your own bedding on it, you do on that mattress what you would do on a mattress that you've bought and paid for. And then because you have technically bought and paid for it, but if within 60 days you're not completely happy, you phone the number that's provided, they come and take the mattress away and give you all your money back, except again the £9.95 P&P. It's like renting a mattress for 2 months for a tenner. That's pretty impressive, right?
Absolutely.
What do you have to say about that, Missy?
I just don't think you'll return the mattress. I think you'll fall in love with it, just as we have.
Yeah. And they know that, and that's because the fact is, again, if it's returned, they can't resell it. Even the charity shops and whatnot won't take it. Nope. Because it's been slept on. So they have to be destroyed. So it would be the greatest risk imaginable for a company to give a 2-month sleep trial if they had an inferior product, because they would go out of business. Again, 60 years the Mulberry Silk or the RK Sales Mulberry Silk have been in business. It's amazing, isn't it? What mattresses kind of mattresses do you sleep on?
We sleep on. It's got like those sort of quilt, divotty kind of top. Like this is beautifully even. Ours has all those little bumps in it, and those buttons that you can always find like a hip in the button, and you're like, what's going on? And actually, we're due to get a new mattress. I think it's every 8 to 10 years you're supposed to replace your mattress, and I mean this one will last you longer as well.
It's guaranteed for 10 years. But also, again, because of the silk, it's dust mites don't like to live in it.
So all the reasons you'd be replacing a regular non-silk mattress.
If your mattress is 8 years old, I mean, at least half its weight is going to be...
Yeah, I really don't want to think about it.
I know.
I just need to replace it
I'd certainly recommend that you try the Cocoon.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get the Cocoons as soon as I've got storage beds, so I've got to move all the stuff out of the storage beds and throw them away and get new ones.
Let's have a race.
Let's have a race. All right.
Race to get our Cocoon mattress.
They are, again, superb. They really, honestly, truly are. And silk, I wanted to talk about inferior quality silk because you touched upon this. And this applies to the duvet, it applies to the pillows, it applies to the mattress as well. There are a lot, you've got to be really careful. There are a lot of charlatans out there, or not charlatans, but there's this magic word that people have learned called marketing. And believe me, I've spent 30 years in marketing and neurolinguistics and all advertising and you name it, and I know all the tricks of the trade, and there are many. You might go out, because I know what you'll do, if you're sensible, and I know you are, before you buy these products, you'll go and Google, or you'll use whatever search engine you use, mulberry silk, and you might look at mulberry silk pillow, you might look at mulberry silk duvet or mulberry silk mattress. You will find mulberry silk. It probably won't be AAA grade. It might be if it specifically says AAA grade, but look at the fine print, because if it says it's a AAA grade mulberry silk duvet, have a look at what percentage of the content of the silk is the AAA grade mulberry silk, because most of the things out there claiming to be AAA grade mulberry silk are maybe 20 or 30%.
And they can still claim to be.
They can still claim to be mulberry silk,
silk.
and they are offcuts. They're little fibrous, tiny little strips, so you don't have any of the benefits that you get from the full-length fibre. And the rest of it, as you say, could be polished. It could be polished. Synthetic fibres. There is a very coarse, bad quality, poor quality silk that grows in tremendous abundance. So you might buy silk duvet, but it doesn't mean you're buying a good quality silk duvet. So there are lots of tricks, and even so, Ray was telling me his son Martin, who runs RK Sales now, went into Glasgow, and there's a very famous department store in Glasgow, very high-end sort of Harrodsy type department store, and he found a mulberry silk duvet. It was £500, and it only had 30% mulberry silk in actual mulberry silk in it. And again, it was all cut, so it would clump and lump and bump. And that's not even necessarily a con per se, because it's still better luxury.
It contains mulberry silk.
Still contains mulberry,
okay,
yeah.
there'll be some benefits, but they won't be the full benefits that we're offering.
They're the only products that I am aware of that have the full length, 100%, as it came from the cocoon, AAA grade, top quality mulberry silk. So these are just very incredibly impressive statistics for bedding, right? Regulated temperature. It will keep you hot in the summer. No, it won't. It'll keep you hot in the winter.
Warm in the winter
and warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
100% non-allergenic mulberry silk filling.
Yep. Happily supports partners of different sizes and weights. Yes.
And it keeps you cool while you sleep, which is, I mean, such a sort of common complaint, isn't it? That I was too hot at night.
Yeah.
If you've got silk against you, on top of you, beneath you, you're sleeping on it.
Yeah.
That won't be a problem.
100% breathable silk. Remember, silk, it naturally, because it's a natural fibre and it's designed to protect life. You know, that's exactly its sole purpose. It has the ability not only to be breathable, which allows, I mean, what it does, the only way I can describe it is it's like a pressure cooker. So as your heat builds up, it gets to a sort of a critical mass where you're at the right temperature, and then any excess heat is dissipated, it's almost like through the valve of a
pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker. Whereas everything else that isn't silk, it's like the pressure cooker, it's got a broken valve on it.
It's just doing that little, it's not even to get into the whistle point, it's just there going, I want to let go.
And it's building and it's building and it's building, and eventually it's like...
You have to then go, poof.
Yes.
You have to intervene.
Indeed, indeed. So, the mattress, should we summarise on the mattress? Do you know most mattresses still have the old S-coil, snake coil system in them?
And they're the ones that sort of link into each other, and then they buckle, and then you can imagine...
Rust.
Yeah, the rust. And because they don't have silk on the top, the sweat, all of those...
Yeah.
Human moisture-y things get in and destroy it. So
this is the hypoallergenic mattress. That's the best way I can think of describing it. Lasts you for years. Just brilliant stuff. There are the prices. £360 is the price for the single versus £549.
£450 for the double. The usual price £749. So huge savings there.
£500 for the king. Normally £7.99.
And the Super King, which is normally £899, is down to £550. And remember, that's the premium version of the mattress as well. So you get your filled mulberry silk topper.
I feel that this inflection has come potentially from the fact you're married to somebody called
Phil.
Phil.
You know, I never call him Phil. And on the show, when I was on the show with you for the first time, I called him Phil. And I just went home and I went, I never call him Phil, but because you call him Phil.
You call him Philip,
I just was like, yes, I always
Honey
just call him
Buns
Philip. Or my love.
My love.
I tend to call him my love. Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Oh. I will get him on the air because actually he's, although he basically retired to have an amazing family. I mean, his lifestyle and both of your lives are envious in many ways, and which I thought was fabulous to be a dad and to be a husband. I mean, how fantastic is that? That he was one of the original cast members of The Illusionists. He's a very accomplished illusionist, and in fact, he had his own Channel 5 show at one point.
He did.
The name of which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Impossible.
Impossible. That's right. Impossible. Yeah, talented chap. So hopefully we're going to do a magic show. We're going to get sell some illusions on the telly. Would you like that? Would you like to? So not just like the card tricks you get from my
Philip, your people want you.
Yes, that's right. But you know, you go out and you buy your starter magic trick, and it's full of old naff little bits and little effects that they're all right. They're easy to do, but there's nothing really that you're gonna be writing home about. But there are lots of tricks out there, illusions and tricks that are very professional. The professionals do them, and they're really sort of super impressive. But they're actually quite easy to do. So if we could find those, and obviously there would not be a return policy once you buy it because you can't find out the secret and then send it back. But I think that'd be great. We'd do a whole magic show, and you could literally buy the secrets. Would you like that, folks? Do
Let
tell.
us know.
Do tell. Maybe I'm stretching it too far.
Oh, he's back to the stretch seat.
Oh, my old man's a dustman. He wears a dustman. Sorry, that wasn't a song with a. What's a famous song with an accordion? Elise is looking at me like I've gone completely mad.
Only partially.
I literally, oh my lord.
It's just because I can't think. That's all. You've asked me for something I can't do in this moment.
Really?
That's all it is.
Oh. Aren't these phenomenal?
They're amazing.
They are super strong. They will support up to 350 pounds, 159 kilos, and they are. Oh, excuse me. You've got to get them the right way around. There is a knack to them. You twist one way on one way on the other. And there are arrows that point to tell you which way, and then you just do the reverse to open them. They're ever so simple. They do extend to full seat height, normal seat height.
Absolutely.
But they are adjustable.
Shall I sit on one? Let me show you. Here we go.
Go ahead. You can have a little sit. Edelweiss.
Edelweiss? Is that played with an accordion?
Where did that come? Oh, Edelweiss, twice as nice.
We haven't had anyone ask for happy birthday tonight, Rob.
And this is the night to do it. Elise is a professional singer.
It's true. Yeah. And we harmonised so beautifully last time.
We do harmonise well,
So if you would like a harmonised happy birthday, please do write in.
Harmonised happy birthday?
I know.
They should have an L.
This is really comfortable too.
I know. This is one of the best best inventions ever.
I'm not going to say it's better than my chair that I've been sitting on all night.
Even with my fat...
I feel like my posture's quite supported. And I was saying this to you earlier, I think I can imagine sitting next to my children's bed, reading their bedtime story, and then tucking it away.
Yep.
Under their bed. Perfect. We're going camping, and I mean festivals, the music festivals. A number of friends I've got who've been going off to music festivals.
There's Hyde Park was tonight, wasn't it? Shania was on tonight.
Yes, absolutely. So you bring a little seat like this. Oh my goodness, you'll be thanking yourself later.
Speaking of the kiddies, I mean, I supervise young children, but there's nothing actually for them to really get their fingers caught in. Because the only way you can do it is have your fingers in the end. So they actually probably would. It doesn't take a lot of strength either.
No.
They'd probably be able to do it themselves.
They'd love it, and because they'd want to carry it on its little strap.
Yeah. Well, shall we show the strap? So there are two ways to carry it. So it's got a little carry handle like that. And again, you can put this on the pannier. Is it pannier? Is that the right thing?
That's on the bike.
Of your bike, yeah. You can put it in your handbag or what have you.
It actually makes quite a stylish handbag.
Yeah. But there's also a Velcro bit there, which releases the long strap. So you can stow the long strap when you're not using.
So it doesn't just get hooked on anything.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Not just stools, but tables as well. If you're having a picnic, you know, you could use one as a table. Here's some wonderful video that we had done for to show you just all the different use case scenarios. Obviously, if you're a fisher person, this is absolutely superb. Now, you can go lower. There are about 5 different height adjustments. So you basically set it to whatever height is perfect for you. And they're so easy and lightweight. They're, I think, I don't know, what, about a kilo, just something like that. Gardening, it's perfect for gardening, for doing your flower beds and whatnot. Oh, look, adjusting your tyre pressure. What's this one here? Oh, a little DIY. Actually, these would be phenomenal for contractors. And look, I'm telling you, these are not cheap, flimsy plastic. These things are bash 'em, knock 'em, hit 'em. You know, they're very, very, very strong. Bit of bird watching, bit of photography.
And we were talking also earlier about sort of if you've got limited space for seating and you want to have some people over for some drinks or a games night or something like that, they easily store away. They're so compact when they are closed that then you just pop it up.
I have a 3-seater sofa. We don't have room for an armchair, and I never bought. I have got a kitchen counter or a bar. I could put bar stools, but they're not always comfortable for people to sit watch the telly on, you know. So I did buy one collapsible like director's chair, but these are just perfect. I mean, the chair I bought, I think it was 99 quid.
And you've still got to put it somewhere as well. Like it's collapsible, but you've still got to find somewhere to store it. I mean, these can go away in the bottom of a cupboard. And
well, yeah, collapsible chair. I mean, you could get 4 of those in this surface area that my collapsible chair takes
absolutely.
up.
And you can. For us, they're £20 if you buy them on ShopOnTV, but if you go to arcade sales through Ray directly, it's £30. So we're giving you a £10 saving if you buy with us tonight. And check out, please, because these won't be there forever.
No.
And you'll want them soon. I mean, I've been raving about barbecue season coming, and then lately there's been quite a bit of rain, which has been frustrating. It'll come.
But these are easy. If it does pour with rain, it's easy to collapse these and get them inside.
You're right.
You know what I mean? But also, beach, if you're going to go to the seaside.
Yes.
You could sit on if it's cobbled, then you're not going to get a cobbly bottom. Nobody wants that.
You can't be having a cobbly bottom.
You can't be having a cobbly bottom. But even on sand, I mean, they're perfect for that. I think theme parks, this is theme park season.
Yes.
And I tell you what, because having lived in places where those theme parks exist en masse, you know, and I would frequently go to Disney. I had annual passes to Disney World and to Universal. And if you go at certain times of year, that you can queue for 2 hours for one ride, and you do a couple of rides or three rides a day. You've been up. I mean, your legs are your feet are barking by the end of the day. Not with one of these, you'll be the envy of all your friends.
You totally will.
Waiting for the bus, waiting in the post office, waiting at the airport. These would be fantastic for the airport.
Yes, absolutely. A number of times when there's no seating available, you think, oh, it'll be fine. There are lots of seats, but you've got loads of people sometimes waiting for the same flight, or at the train station, things like that.
At the train station, yeah. I never ever find a seat at the train station.
No.
Or if you do, there's always one person that sits awkwardly, where you have to sit completely next to them on either side. They never, if they just move one along, you could have had your own little gap. I hate people in my personal space. This is like taking your personal space with you.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, right. And they are that good, 20 quid. Right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please check out your baskets. Your duvets and pillows and stretch seats and mattresses are doing you no good whatsoever sitting in your shopping basket. Look, it's obvious. You know, you're not stupid.
The sooner you check out, the sooner it gets to you.
Yeah. Remember,
you can be sleeping your best sleep life.
Full money-back guarantee on the duvets, on the mattresses, and on the pillows from RK Sales directly. So try it. Everything we've said about these tonight. If you think it's too good to be true, prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Do the mulberry silk test. When you get your duvet at home, put it on yourself and wait. And if you get too hot, then you send it back, because you won't. We've got some reviews actually, haven't we?
We do have some reviews.
Yeah. Would you like to maybe introduce some of the reviews to our wonderful, adoring viewing public?
With pleasure.
Yes.
Leslie, what have we got?
This is...
We're going to read these out. Oh, I like a bit of reading.
Yeah, we're going to do... Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves. We apologise. Oh, by the way, can I just say the king-size duvet is very limited stock. It's about to sell out. If you don't check out now, you probably will miss it.
Yeah, if it's in your basket, there's no guarantee that it's yours. You must check it out.
Oh, there's a... Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
So Brian tells us...
He's not mincing his words,
No, but
is he,
it's
Brian?
very light to sleep under. If this is important to you, that it's not like a heavy, cumbersome thing on top of you.
Some people... We did have a testimonial from someone in the past who was saying that they don't like heavy duvets or blankets on top of them.
Here's another one from Gillian Copley.
Singing.
Singing the praises of your product to all who will listen.
Amazing stuff. Have we got anything more than one sentence? There we go. Mary Gourlay, what a great name, says, I wish I'd found your company years ago. Your silk duvet has transformed my life. I now sleep, not waking in a hot sweat, and my husband, who felt he couldn't sleep without a seriously weighty duvet and is cold-blooded, also sleeps. It's a duvet for all seasons and a duvet for all persons. It's a bespoke night's sleep. There you
Even if you've got one duvet over two people.
go. Exactly.
So this is from Pete. So I was sceptical many years ago regarding these duvets, but Rob, live on air, said, try it. If you're not happy, I'll give you your money back myself. Lol. We've had ours for about 4 years. Perfect. Easy to wash, easy to hang on the line, to clean in the sunshine. We also have one at the caravan. So again, taking it in your motorhome.
I did say that. I do remember saying that on the air. This was at the other place. I would give you the money back myself. That's how confident I am. I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but I went viral on Twitter because my passing resemblance to Ricky Gervais. And so somebody posted or tweeted about David Brent having become a duvet salesman. If you Google David Brent duvet salesman, you'll see the post. It went massively viral internationally. It was front page news for a lot of the local newspapers for a day. It was bizarre. And it's because I said something along the lines of the following. Well, I said I no longer swear at my duvet, I swear by it. But what I also said in summary, and although I was potentially channeling David Brent, I wasn't impersonating him. In essence, I don't get a commission for selling these duvets. I'm not really, I don't need to sell the duvets. The duvets sell themselves, don't they? Eh? But I don't get a commission. I don't get a penny. All I get is I get paid my money to come to the studio and to present information to you and facts, and that's it. And to anchor the show. The comedy, that's for free. I give you that as an extra little gift. And all my enthusiasm, see, I'm doing it again. all my enthusiasm, that's genuine. That comes from inside. That comes from me, the real Rob, on telly. I exude it. I effervesce. It oozes out of my pores because I genuinely have these products. I genuinely own these products. I genuinely love these products. And if you were my lover, I would make sure you slept under one of those. I would make sure that your head was nestled in a mulberry silk pillow because I'd love your head as well as the rest of you, and I'd want to make sure it was as comfortable as your body, which it would be under a mulberry silk duvet. This is real, folks. This is real as it gets. Buy one, or you are literally doing yourself a disservice. You are never going to get as good a night's sleep, I don't believe, as you will when you sleep under a mulberry silk duvet, on a mulberry silk mattress, and with your head atop a mulberry silk pillow. I genuinely mean that, 100%. If you don't buy one, frankly, I think you need to go and see somebody about it.
Rob, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Anyway, so no, I always say I would never say it to people, you know, because I can't say this on the air. I think you're absolutely mad if you don't buy one. But I would say that to. So I probably have said that to you actually.
You have.
Yeah.
I think you said if I didn't have one that you'd spank me.
I did say that. Now, do I owe you a spanking, or are we good?
I'll leave that to the viewers.
We'll take it. Well, exactly. We'll leave you. Yes, we'll leave you guessing. It's a cliffhanger. because all my spankings take place on a cliff edge, obviously. Well, okay, Leslie, what are we doing now? Oh, the duvet! Save my embarrassment. This is the other great thing about these duvets. You can use them to hide your blushing. Yeah, here are the prices, apparently.
Yeah. It's good to know the prices.
Yeah, it's great to know the prices, isn't it? Yeah.
So for the single, it's £139. The usual price, £169.
Yes, I think you're doing so well, you might as well just
I'll do it
carry
all.
on.
Okay, for the double, usually £239, but our price, saving £60, £179. The king, which is going fast, limited stock left of the king. So if you do have a king-size bed, please get it now.
Yep.
Usual price £259, our price £199. Get it in your basket, check your basket out, get it to yourself and cocoon yourself in your king-size duvet. But if you've got a super king, the usual price is £279 and our price is £219. The duvets have a £4.95 postage cost.
Which is capped, by the way. We forgot to mention that.
It's capped, so you can get
89 duvets and you only pay 4.95 P&P.
You could set yourself up with a whole little set. Get your pillow, get your pillowcase, get your duvet,
That's what I'm saying. Let's say, for example, imagine, right, now, people watching at home now, if they were to just think for a moment, count up how many people in their household, which is probably easy to do. So you could get the duvets for yourself, if you've got kids.
Yep.
For the kids, maybe you want to get one for your mum, for your dad or your parents, maybe friends, maybe loved ones. However
this would make an incredible wedding gift.
Oh my God,
Can you imagine giving the newlyweds the gift of mulberry silk?
The gift of sleep. And luxury sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be a perfect wedding gift.
Certainly there'd be no problems consummating the marriage, I don't think.
But I think there might be because they'd fall asleep straight away.
That's a good point, yeah. What happened last night? I don't know, I fell asleep. This bedding was so blooming luxurious.
But I'm so happy,
yeah.
so...
Anyway, good morning. Where were we? It's...
Hide those blushes, Rob.
It is. I tell you what. There even in hotels there is nary a set of bedding as luxurious as this. If you've got Airbnb, if you have
think of the reviews.
A motel, oh gosh, yes. Plus also from a cleanliness and a hygiene perspective, because of the sort of the fact that dust mites don't like living in here and so on and so forth, it's and that you can wash them.
I mean, I've talked about this before as well. Like if any incident occurs and you need to wash your duvet, I have to take them down to the laundrette because they won't fit in my machine at home.
Right.
But this is it's amazing how thin this is and what it does.
What are those? Are they hollow fibre that your duvets?
Yes.
And you wash them? They actually wash okay?
I mean, there are lumps and bumps.
Yeah.
But not in the silk.
The problem is the sweat. It makes the fibre clump.
And I mean, it doesn't have a long fibre that is a continuous strand of silk that is stretched across, that is fixed in with a box cassette that will not lose its shape.
Shall we, I'm thinking we could have a little, like an acting exercise where like we each take a turn to name a feature that is outstanding about mulberry silk and these duvets in our remaining 9 minutes. Are you happy to play that game with me?
Yes, with pleasure.
Would you like to go first or shall I?
I'll go first.
Shall we toss for it?
I'll go first, Rob. Okay, so moisture wicking. Silk will wick up to 30% of its weight in moisture. So if you sweat, if you're going through the menopause, everything hot, and it will be wicked away. You won't feel the moisture.
Oh, that's, gosh, that was a good move. That was a good opening gambit there. Let me think now. Temperature regulating. If you run hot or you run cold, it doesn't matter. You get a bespoke night's sleep. You are always the ideal temperature when you sleep under AAA grade mulberry silk, which means also if you share a bed with somebody else who runs at a different temperature, you each get the ideal night's sleep under the same duvet.
Ooh, I like it. This,
shots fired,
as far as we know, is the only duvet that has the Allergy UK certificate.
Oh, that's a bloody nose off that one.
It is. So, silk. Dust mites hate it. They do not want to live in silk. So you won't have a problem. Well, it's very, very limited problems
very good.
With
Very
dust
good.
mites. Thank you.
It's machine washable. You can wash this as often as you like.
Oh, it's a good.
In cold water, 30 degrees. Use your regular detergent, fabric softener if you wish. Line dry, tumble dry on low, or you can put over a clothes horse. Once a year, recommend on a nice sunny day, put it over if you've got one, put it over the washing line, and the UV will also help to revitalise and sterilise the silk. Yeah.
It won't lump and bump. It won't.
I know that was just a slight glance. I need more on that.
I know. So it's continuous. It's up to 15 miles of continuous AAA grade mulberry silk, the king of silks, ultimate luxury. It is handmade and stretched across the duvet. It is captured within these box cassettes, so it will not lump and bump. Also, because it's a natural, I'm adding a little bonus one for free, also just to get my little points wrapped up.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
The natural properties of the silk, it will drape over you and keep you cocooned through your sleep. It won't shift and move around. It's not going to lump and bump. I mean,
okay,
what have you
I'll
got,
give
Rob?
you that one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Advantage Fabrice. It's got a 10-year guarantee.
It has 230 thread count Egyptian cotton, long fibre covering. Ultimate luxury for a very affordable price.
You've got an unconditional money-back guarantee to try it before you decide to keep it.
Well, got little straps here. We haven't even talked about the straps.
Oh, she's going for the straps, ladies
Going
and
for
gentlemen.
the straps. So these will help you get your duvet cover on with ease.
Oh.
Or you can turn it into a cape if you like.
Apparently. Very good. Now we know what Paul does in his bedroom
know
of a
what Paul
night. Yeah.
So you could. So, I mean, and we do recommend that if you are going to, you don't need a duvet cover, but if you want one for personal reasons, for colour preference, you can use a duvet cover, but we'd recommend you also try and match 230 thread count if you can, but cotton, go.
Don't, for God's sake, please
do not
don't.
put an artificial or synthetic fabric on top of this. It will sort of put a barrier between the goodness of what the duvet is doing for you.
These duvets can last more than 30 years. I mean, this is, to me, what that means, and what it means to the people at home, this could be the last duvet you ever need to buy. So your kids, you buy them for your kids now, they'll be sleeping on them when they are middle-aged, if not beyond. And if you are middle-aged now, then it could outlive you. I mean, that's saying that your duvet could outlive you.
I mean, yeah.
And because you can wash it as much as you like.
And then you're passing it on to the next generation.
Precisely. The only thing really that's likely to happen eventually is that the cotton might go a little threadbare. But then just put it in a, you know, as long as the integrity's still there, just keep it in. But that would be, I mean, you're talking decades before that would even happen.
Absolutely, you don't have to worry about it.
I think we've covered everything.
We've done well.
I don't know what are the scores on the doors. I think we're pretty evenly matched. I think we have equal superpowers.
I'll shake hands, Rob.
I don't know.
The mattress is too amazing.
Trey has
Hi,
messaged in. Hi, Trey. How are you? Loves their mulberry silk duvet and pillow. They
Live with Emmy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Best thing they did was buying this set. You think it won't regulate temperature, but it does, no matter the season.
No matter the season.
It's also so light that turning over in bed is so much easier without getting tangled in the duvet or having to pick it up first. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Washes beautifully, which is great too. So useful if you have pets. Pets. You won't regret it. They didn't. Just unbelievable. I mean, no, it's true. I didn't think about pets. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Look, Trey, thank you very much. That was a fantastic testimony.
Why doesn't Trey come on and...
Yeah, we'll get everybody on. Honestly, people, I know I know who you are. I see you. I could offer you a bar of gold for a £5 and you still wouldn't buy it because you just don't buy from telly, do you? I know, there are people out there like that. That's fine. I know, it doesn't matter how honest I am or how truthful I am or how sincere I am, even if this is the best thing since sliced bread, which it is, by the way, when it comes to breading, in my opinion and experience, there will be people who still won't buy it, even if you can afford it. I get that, because some people just they stay in their lane, they don't like change, they have their own opinions, their own ways, their own thoughts, their own approaches to life. That's great. And I'm not here to try and change your mind. I frankly don't care. And I mean this in a nice way. I don't care whether you buy this or not. I genuinely don't. It makes no difference to me. I gain nothing by you buying this any more than I lose anything by you not buying it. I suppose if I was on the air for long enough and nobody ever bought a thing from me, I wouldn't have a job. Fair enough. But again, I'm here for informational I present the information. You know, I don't consider myself a salesperson here, because at the end of the day, it's all about the product. The product is way more important than I will ever be, and the offer as well. So if you're skeptical, don't buy it. You're the one that's losing out, you genuinely are. If you don't check out for this right now, you are genuinely losing out. I mean that, because listen, I've worked in the transactional television for 30-something years. I mean, every pillow you can imagine, every duvet you can imagine that has ever been created has been sent to me to try. Mm-hmm. The ones I sleep under and have done now for 4 years, this duvet, the Mulberry Silk duvet, I've got the Mulberry Silk pillow, I've actually got a Mulberry Silk mattress topper, and that is it, and nothing yet has been able to trump it. So
you have invested in a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And how do you feel?
I sleep well. I sleep very well. As will you. Elise, thank you so much. You were actually brilliant tonight, I have to say. Isn't she amazing? I really can't wait to get you on as one of our regular presenters. And I know you're going to be standing in for Susanna as one of the brand ambassadors for Discount Dragon.
Yes, you'll see me again soon. Yes.
And lots more, hopefully, in the future as well. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And thank you to you.
Good morning.
I'm off next Thursday. I'll see you next Saturday.